Welcome back, folks. I'm me, Phil Turok. You're watching the final part of Turok 2 Let's Play. So before we can take out the Big Bad Primagen, I got my words mixed up there. We have to first get the Primagen keys. So I did a little bit of jump cut there. I was going ahead and grind some health and some items. So it didn't grind out too much health, but there's health to get grabbed. So if you just follow the way I'm going, you can get the Primagen key 6 this way. We gotta unlock one more luck to that force field, but otherwise the key is basically in our grasp. And we're not going to be fighting too many enemies here because we already cleared up majority of enemies. But another way I didn't do it, and it wasn't until I got to the giant air vent I realized, oh yeah, I could have just taken the checkpoint shortcut and skipped a lot of this walking. But if you don't do that, you can of course go the way I'm going. I want to say it's the second checkpoint, I believe, but it'll take you to the top of this air vent and you'll just swim all the way down to the bottom. And again, I'm saying swim with air quotes. You can't see my hands, but that's what I'm doing. Swimming in the air. But we're gonna have to go through the vents here, unfortunately. Again, one of my least favorite things about video games is sewer levels and air vents. Air vents just so happen to remind me of sewer levels, but we don't really have to worry about too much. We're gonna just go zoom through this like Sonic the Hedgehog, and then get through here. So, okay. Anyways, we're about getting to the end here, and I went ahead and reviewed this this footage beforehand, and I've made one startling discovery in this footage, to my absolute horror. I want to say that, well, I don't want to say because I know as I watched it, but if you ever played and this is the Primagen key 6 that you need, the switch to the last Primagen key switch. Anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, you just go all the way up here, take out the elite guard. There'll be a switch here. Hit the switch, and then just follow my path back to where the Primagen key is. We're gonna actually take the checkpoint teleporter to the beginning of the level, and then we're going to just walk in, just take a Primagen key and walk right back out. So we're basically home free. But the startling discovery I made is, I don't know if my game glitched. I'm not running any mods or anything. I'm not doing anything special. This is the vanilla version of Turok Turok 2 remastered. But at the end of the game when the credits are playing, I don't think it matters if you got the good or bad ending, but at the end you're supposed to get a little bit of a creepy voice telling, I believe it says, "It is inevitable." But yeah, that didn't play. And also the music, if I remember right, is it's the Death Marshes in this version. But in the original Nintendo 64, the music wasn't that. It was something completely different, if I remember right. But just a little bit of a heads up. So that's our Primagen key 6. We're completely done with this level. So now we gotta go back to my absolutely most dreaded level of all time, the Hive of the freaking Mantides. Anyways, I went and jump cut it to where the hub checkpoint, quick shortcut thingamajiggy. So we're gonna go there. I want to say that I can't really see the font right now, but I believe it's Breeding Grounds. I think that's where we're gonna want to go. So you're gonna go there, and then just follow the path I'm going in, and we don't have to be here for very long. But I still hate this level absolutely. I do not care if we're in here just for the whole level or just for the span of a few minutes just to get the key. I still hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Anyways, jump down here into the River Souls water and swim all the way to the bottom, and then we're gonna pop out the other end, and then there'll be a teleporter, I believe, and then from the teleporter, no, not yet. We're gonna jump across, but make sure you take out that drone, and then get to the top. There'll be some scorpion missiles up here, and that'll be kind of handy. I already grabbed some, I think, but they'll be handy because there'll be 2 soldiers, if memory serves me right, that we need to take out in order to get to that last Primagen key, the Primagen key 5. So I like to use the cereal boar or scorpion missile launcher. I believe where I shot, it's a little bit too far. The boar is not going to go all the way to get every single one of them. I think I got one of them, but I didn't get the other one. But I shoot that one, That'll be 2 of 3. There we go, we got it. And there's one right behind the key, so I'm gonna keep it equipped. Scorpion missile launcher is a little bit better. I feel like the rockets have like a much longer distance that they can travel versus the boar. But we've got our last Primagen key. That's amazing. We're done with this godforsaken level. I hate this level with a passion. But anywho, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We're gonna go back to where all that lava is, and we're going to exit through the exit portal. We're not going to go all the way back to the checkpoint portal. But yeah, that's it. We have all the Primagen keys. Now, one thing to note about once you place the last Primagen key on the center area of the hub, you immediately start the boss fight. There's no prompt, there's no nothing. It's not like Turok 1 where if you place all the keys in the middle for level 8, it'll go down, you have an option to jump down. No, as soon as you place that last key, the fight begins. So make sure you save beforehand, make sure you have your ammo and your health all situated and all that, because again, once you place that last key, it's game on with the Primagen. So I'm going to make note of that. I'm going to save here right before, and then once I save, I'm going to place the last key, and then the final fight will begin. So let's go ahead and place that last key there. So boop, last key's placed there. Cutscene starts, and then Joshua's a little bit like, is something supposed to happen? Oh, that's what my ancestor, great uncle, or granddad Talset said about placing keys in the middle of the hub. Okay, let me just jump in. Whee! Oh, wait, too early. Whee! But yeah, so final fight starts. It's a huge arena. It's a very huge arena with no obstacles or anything. It's very much like like Final Destination from Super Smash Brothers. But the Primagen is, well, this guy right here.
So, Turok, we meet at last. I think you'll find I'm well prepared.
Anyways, yes, so that's the Big Bad Primagen. Very, reminds me sort of a moth plus like a, the body of an alien from the Alien series franchise and all that, for the sci-fi movie moth, facehugger, chest burster, alien, that kind of thing. But I digress. So he'll start the fight by dropping these bombs with the atomic symbol. But yeah, he'll drop it and then they'll scatter across the ground and try to hit you with those little bombs. And then once he finishes that, he'll send these drones out, which in this version, it's much easier to hit them. I feel like the Nintendo 64 version was a lot harder because of that stupid controller. Anyways, after you take out those drones, he'll drop down, and then you also have to hit his little antennas, and use the firestorm cannon. But one thing to note is there's 4 of those antennas you can hit. If you shoot a grenade into his head area, the grenade basically counts for hitting all those antennas. So you actually do a lot more damage with the grenade launcher. But when he takes a bit of damage in each phase, it'll say something I wasn't able to actually understand. I've listened to it back and forth for a while. But when he makes that crunching sound, I shall say, this right here. But he'll regenerate his HP if you let him do that, which means he regenerates his body parts that you've messed up, and then he'll regenerate his health. And the phase doesn't end until his health bar completely disappears, the whole bar, the whole outline, everything. So that's phase 1 done. He'll retreat back to his little control room. He's going to attempt to drop more bombs on us, and then he's going to attempt to, send more drones at us, and he's going to come down and try to finish us. So one thing you could do, I'm only going to do it once in this entire game, but you can use the nuke to potentially take out a lot of his HP, take out the drones. Using the nuke right here was a very good idea in the original Nintendo 64 version, but you really don't need the nuke to take out the Primagen at all. So you could do that, but the one thing I will say is keep your firestorm cannon, keep your shredder with explosive shells, keep your grenade launcher pretty well stocked, And those are the main weapons I use in this Firestorm Cam, because again, that's my main favorite weapon. But now, phase 2 is very much, you're going to attack his strong hand. But you attack his little strong hand on his, technically his left side, but it's right since we're facing him. And then once you do enough damage, you have to hit him in the head again to keep him regenerating. But then also he'll release his little drones. And you don't want to, again, let him regenerate. So I just normally just body the hits from the little drones. Don't use the Razor Wind. Using the Razor Wind's a bad idea. I just got kind of stuck in the middle of using it. But if you use the nuke, which I think I'm going to do here. Yep, I'm charging up. We're really doing this. So you shoot it right at the Primagen. When you get really close, it'll take out a lot of this HP for that phase. And it'll take out any drones in the area. And one thing about the PC version remaster is the nuke will not hurt you or kill you. In the original version of this game in 64, I believe if it didn't kill you, it did damage. In this version, it doesn't do that. Another thing, I forgot to mention this on the Mother boss fight in the last part. The Mother boss fight in this game, it's a lot easier per se because you can see the health bar. I did a little bit of digging around, and I found out that the health bar for the Mother doesn't show up in the Nintendo 64 version for whatever reason. I don't remember that, so I could be wrong, but from what I gather from reading other people's stuff online and the Turok wiki, I believe the Mother boss fight doesn't have it. But anyways, I digress. I'm getting way off topic. But the Primagen again starts his usual pattern by dropping off bombs, dropping the drones, and all that stuff. And so just keep your head on the swivel, make sure that nothing's around here. And one thing I will say about the last phase, the Primagen boss fight, which this is the last phase, do your best to absolutely stay in the middle of the arena, because if you stay towards the edge like this, the Primagen will knock you out of the arena and you'll fall to your death. And you don't want to do that, not in this fight anyways. So bear that in mind, and just try to stay in the middle, because he will flap his wings and push you back a bit of a way, and you don't want to fall fletch, because I remember that right here. Whoop! Yeah, so he'll push you a bit of ways. So I tried to just walk around him to get on that side where I have the most distance if he does push me, versus staying right in front of him the whole time where I can be on the edge of the pit. But you're going to shoot him in the head, and this phase is really easy. As I'm showing with the grenade launcher, it just took a third of his HP away, and then he already has no health. Just hit once shredder, and then we're done. The fight's going to end abruptly. As so. And he's losing half his head. And the energy totems, because we save them, are going to save us. So all 5 of them. That's 4. And that's the last one, 5. So Primagen is going to get blasted by our lasers. Boom. Josh goes like, whoa. But that's the end of the Primagen. If you didn't save one of the totems, the totems do not obliterate the Primagen. I think Primagen just falls down and just dies, sort of. But since we did, we get the good end, and Adon's going to let us know our goodies. Take away, Adon.
The Primagen has been destroyed, Turok. The combined energy from the totems has shattered his body and destroyed the last traces of his telepathic powers. The Omniverse is in your debt. I have been unable to identify the force which conspired against you during your battle with the Primagen. Its form eluded me. While I searched, a feeling of dread washed over me. A feeling unlike any that I have ever experienced. There is a natural balance in the cosmos between that which we define as good and that which we know as evil, light and dark, order and chaos. Although I have been unable to gain any specific knowledge of this being, its energy signature feels as if it exists beyond either fundamental force. And one other thing, Joshua. Each time I scanned this entity's signature, I also detected the energies of the Turok lineage as well. Whatever it is, your ancestors have dealt with it before.
Oh, I can imagine that's what Joshua says right there. But that's the end of our Turok 2 Let's Play. And something I missed, I missed out an opportunity when Joshua wakes up. I guess not wakes up, but finds himself there with Adon. it's one of those things that I like to think like, oh, he just woke up from the middle of a daydream, like the whole game was in his imagination. He just woke up from the daydreaming. Anyways, it makes absolutely no sense, but that's what I've always thought. Anyways, but that's the whole point of the credits digress and unwind and talk about random stuff, right? But uh, I absolutely love the Death Marshes theme, but I do not think the Death Marshes played in the original Nintendo 64 version of this game. It was another track, but this is just as good. It doesn't really bother me. But oh, Turok 2. This is probably my absolute favorite Nintendo 64 game, followed by Star Fox, and then I don't know, it's a toss up between Banjo Kazooie and Mario 64. But anyways, yeah, it's an amazing game. Really love it. I go back and play this game often if I really wanted to. It's that good of a game to me, minus the Hive of Mantides. I hate that level with a passion. um, but uh, but yeah, one thing that's not gonna be um, at the end of this credit theme, which I don't know if it's just maybe a glitch or maybe they just forgot it, but at the end, the Flesh Eaters, or aka Oblivion, I think says, "It is inevitable." But yeah, we're not gonna get that, so I'll just say it right there. But uh, I've already started playing my next game for the channel, recorded it, and it's already mostly chopped up. I just need to record it, and then I've already chopping up and cutting together Final Fantasy VIII. Uh, that's going to be probably my most ambitious project for the channel. Like I said, it's probably going to be posted on the weekends. Probably not the weekend that this goes live, but maybe the next one. Just give me some time because those parts are going to be really beefy. They're going to be like, oh, I don't know, hour-long parts around that neighborhood, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. And I just want to do it, just get those parts, get that game done in a reasonable amount of time for an hour. Because if I did it in 15, 20-minute increments, again, that game would never get done. But it's one of those things I just wanted to try, do big RPGs for the channel. But I hope you really enjoyed this game. It was a blast for me. Probably say this a little bit earlier. I probably should say this in the earlier parts, but if you like these parts, like, subscribe, leave comments, all that good stuff. That way I know if I'm doing a good job, all that lovely, lovely business. But yeah, absolutely fantastic game. I haven't finished playing Turok 3 Shadows of Oblivion yet. It's not one of the Turok games I ever go back and play a lot. As a matter of fact, I've only played it once and beaten it once, and that was when it first came out so long ago on the Nintendo 64. So if I do get to it, it probably won't be for a while until I get a little bit used to it. I have started playing it, but it's a little bit different than this. Actually, I would say it's a lot different. But if you like this, you know, please consider leaving a like on my videos. Go back and watch any of them again. Subscribe, leave comments, all that good stuff. And yeah. And I guess I'll catch y'all folks on the next one. I'm going to leave the ominous music playing in the background. But I'll catch you folks on the next one. Later and bye.